Ah. Wow. Wow. Hold on. Uh-oh. Everything should be working, I think. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, chat. Hello. By the way, Billy went global. Yeah, I will. I will look into that actually, cause I'm curious what Billy echo. Why is there an echo? Nani? Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Why is there an echo? There should not be an echo. Give me a sec. Yo, what the hell? Okay, I actually hear it. I actually hear it. There is an echo, but I don't know where it comes from. Uh, hold on, chat. Hold on. Wait, what the fuck? It's gone. Wait, is it really? I kind of still low key hear. I still kind of hear myself. So I'm not sure if that's yeah. Sayu is leaving on December 31st. That was not Sayu. I think that was Twisty. I can pull that up right now. I can pull that up right now. I guess that's the first thing we'll talk about. We'll get off the fucking lube. We'll get off the lube and we'll talk about like everything we've happened. So let's talk about like what we're going to talk about for this stream. Okay, it's going to be a relatively short stream, I think, unless we actually watch the fucking EDP documentary. I've been waiting for this for quite some time. Um, we're gonna talk about Twisty graduating. I'm going to talk about like this, who became, which is a video that became popular. This became like a bit of a discussion over in VTubing. Look at that, almost 700k views. Basically a person announcing his departure from VTubing and why he's quitting as a VTuber. People quitting as a VTuber seems to be like a trend these days. And then I'm going to talk about how apparently Ironmouse also plans to do a what's it called? A face reveal. Like Ironmouse seems like she wants to flesh post or be a flesh streamer. And those are very interesting decisions because I feel like it's a greater trend within a lot of the people within VTubing. I don't think it's just Bao and Ironmouse. I think there's a lot of big VTubers, big EN VTubers, especially in the indie side, that are actually genuinely um, considering being a VTuber. And that may be because they want to divest themselves out of VTubing to grow as a content creator, or maybe they just want to do it as a one-off thing. You know, like Ironmouse, for example. Not sorry, Ironmouse. Nyanners, for example, did a face reveal as a one-off thing. And I'm pretty sure right now, sorry, not them. Nyanners actually does still VTubing. Mm-mm-mm. You're getting sound gated? How am I getting sound gated? What the hell? How about this one? Is it that fucked? I can like I can get rid I don't know. I can get rid of the filters, I guess. Oh wait a minute. I think I know what's wrong. I think I know what's wrong. Uh I think I know what's wrong. I did not calibrate this. Give me a sec, chat. Wait, no, I'm fine. What the hell? It seems like I'm fine. Sometimes you get quiet in weird ways. What? Huh. Why is that? Wait, no, I want to fix that. I don't think I want to proceed with the stream when there's something going on. How do I sound like in streams? Give me a sec. Let me pull up my fucking Twitch real quick. How do I sound like, bro? How do I sound like, bro? Hi. How do I sound like, bro? Hi. How do I sound like, bro? Hi. How do I sound like, bro? Oh shit, it's spamming. Wait, hi. Okay, buddy. All right. Maybe it's like this.
Okay, buddy.
Let me fix this. All right. Maybe it's like this.
Okay, buddy.
Let me fix this. Maybe it's like this.
Okay, buddy.
Oh, I hear it. I hear it. I actually hear it. Why is that? Maybe it's like this.
I'm pretty sure
I disabled all my sound stuff. Let me turn it off then. I'm pretty sure I did. But at the same time, I don't know why that happens. Filters. Hi. Oh shit. Okay. That should be fine. Question mark. How about this? How about here? That okay, right? Like this should be fine, right? Like I don't know. I did not like change anything from my settings. So I actually genuinely don't know why that is happening. Noise canceling gate, that's turned off. My noise gate is turned off. Filters. Yeah. It's genuinely turned off, chat. I don't know what it is. How about this? Let me see. Yeah. Is that better? I hope it's better. Have you tried feeding your PC donuts? Fuck, dude. I want some donuts. I'd like to have some donuts. Yeah, it sounds better. Better for now. All right. Well, as long as it's audible, as long as it's audible and we can like stream, and maybe it's the fact that like I got rid of a lot of my stuff because I am moving like literally in the next day. Like tomorrow I'm moving. So anyway, let's talk about this real quick. Dead cat, rest in peace, Piao. Manururu Nekoko, which is Twisty. I saw a clip the other day, well not a clip, like a little TLDR from somebody that apparently Nijisanji knew more than they did, which we already know, and that's insane. After a lot of thought, I have made the difficult decisions to announce that I will be graduating as a VTuber on December 31st, 2026. This is not a decision I came to lightly. Over the past year, a lot of things have changed that have gradually made it harder and harder for me to continue my activities in the way that I have been. As much as I still love streaming and creating content, I've reached a point where I don't feel like I have the ability to continue. There are many reasons that have contributed to this decision, including things that have affected me personally and my mental health. I don't want to get into every detail, but I hope you can understand that this is something I have spent a long time thinking about. We'll celebrate my final stream held December 23rd. Spend some time looking back on everything we've shared. I'll also be revealing my new outfit. I want this stream to be less of a sad goodbye and more of a celebration of the time we've spent together. Wow. Although my VTuber and streaming activities will come to an end, I'll continue releasing song covers and original music under the alias Una Underground. So this won't necessarily be the last time you'll hear from me. Yeah, let's look at that Una Underground. She has a lot of outs. I'm guessing this is it. Oh, it is it. Because, you know. God damn, it's so Menhera coded. Oh, it's just like me. It's actually genuinely for real. Me for real, rather. God damn. Well, I mean, good luck to her, I guess. Yeah, there's just... Oh, shut the fuck up, you pedophile. Go away. There's genuinely, like, a lot of reasons. There's genuinely, like, a lot of, whatchamacallit? Like, VTubers that are leaving these past few days. Yeah. The last stream on the Manunuru channel was really sad to listen to. I think Rima also covered it. Oh, Rima covered it? Oh. I'd like to get a TLDR of that sometime. Yeah. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the stream. So, I guess that's the twisty situation. Let's talk about, like, what we're here to talk about, though. This one. So, just to preface things, I don't know who Circuit the Robot is. I've never heard of this person. Apparently, he joined June 2023. And, looking a cursory glance at all at like his posts on Twitter, and it's mostly just flesh posting. He's saying that he doesn't want to be a VTuber anymore. It seems like his VTuber model is like some sort of, I don't know if it's a Warhammer reference, but yeah. It's like some kind of Warframe or something, I guess. Yeah. Looks like a dude from ZZZ? Maybe. Yeah. But it seems like a cursory glance has a lot of flesh posting, but then he also has like a lot of these VTuber clips that seems like they're made from fuck, I forgot the platform they were called, but it seems like he's sorry, not platform, the medium, like the 3D software that Fillion uses or something. Yeah. Let's look at his video, because I'm curious. A lot of people have talked about this, okay? TLDW VTubers are very mean towards each other behind the scenes, enabling others and themselves with bad behaviors, living more of a boy failure, girl failure life, use the layer of anonymity to continue bad behaviors. It's some sort of circle here. And why I did cover all of this points, chat. I did cover all of this points in my Mean Girl situation, my Mean Girl video. But it seems like a lot of content creators who may or may not know him are having the same sort of experiences. Let's look at some of them, okay? I've been a content creator for over a decade, but I've only been a VTuber for about 3 or so years. Rebranded once. Is this a guy or a girl? It's a girl, alright. I've been in plenty of communities, and while it's true you'll find bad apples wherever you go, in the VTubing community, by the way, I also hate this. There is no VTubing community. It's an industry. The VTubing industry is made up of multiple small or big communities attached towards each other. There is no homogeneous VTuber community. We are not a monolithic group. You know what I mean? Like, it's like calling all Southeast Asians... Oh, sorry. Sorry, how do I say this? It's like calling all Asians the yellow race. Or fucking something. Like, that's not true. There are Asians that are like brown. There are Asians that are not yellow. Like, I don't like it when people say this, because when people say this, maybe I'm a bit like prejudiced, but when a person says that, I immediately think, holy shit, are you a tourist? What the fuck are you talking about? Because I feel like anybody who has been doing VTubing for the longest time will realize that there is no VTubing community. Everybody has different shit. Everybody, like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Damn. It's like saying movie community. True. Like, yeah, true. It's like saying the movie community or the cinephile community. Bro, there's a lot of, like, communities under that. It's an industry. Jesus Christ. If we were a VTubing community, Ninja Sisters and Hollow Bronies wouldn't be that bloody in defending their spaces. Oh, yeah. Hollow Bros, too. Exactly. Not Hollow Bros. Sorry, indie... Okay, look. If there are Ninja Sisters and there are Hollow Bros, what are indie and indie friends. Let's go. Let's call them indie friends. Alright. The following rant is based on my actual experience on this community. I've never encountered a community that seemed more like a high school... Stop saying community. Holy shit, that's community in like 3 sentences. You said community in 2 sentences, bro. But you're not wrong. This is very high school coded. A lot of the women... Okay, so here's the thing. If they are talking about VTubing community, more so as like how the VTubers generally treat each other, like the VTubers themselves, more so than the fans, then maybe I'll think that's kind of valid. Because a lot of the VTubers themselves kind of act almost the same. Obviously, people are more multifaceted than that. Like, just because they agree with one thing doesn't necessarily mean that they just because they agree with the opinions of one place doesn't necessarily mean they identify with that place or that side or that let's say tribe or whatever. Like, you know, people are like that. But in general, yeah, a high school. I've encountered people who said, hey, I want to do this for a living, I'm very passionate about it, and then dedicate more time into taking someone down for a minor inconvenience than they put into anything they produce for their target audience. Hey. Hey. We've encountered a lot of indie VTubers that do this, yes. I've never encountered a community that weaponizes therapy speak. I also covered this in my Mean Girl video. A lot of female VTubers really like to use therapy speak to manipulate and intellectually guide their ops out of doing a rational good decision and to sabotage themselves or to fight or to fake being a friend in order to actually get something out of them. This happens a lot, more than a lot of people would like to think. Yeah. I've never encountered. Oh, never mind. Compliments. That's love bombing. Talking to someone bigger than you. You're cloud chasing and using them. Talking to someone smaller than you. That's a power dynamic, and you're using them. Okay, true. The CCV of consent, bro. That's all I'm saying. Arguing with someone and trying to explain why you think the way that you do. That's manipulation. Support someone financially. That's also manipulation. Explaining yourself, trying to avoid accountability and manipulate your way out of it. Asserting your boundaries, you're having a power trip. Have you done literally nothing wrong to me? Sorry, someone bigger than you have said you were a meanie head with zero evidence, therefore I have to block you. Stay positive, ooh. Okay, wow, I see this a lot. Chat, you have no idea, okay? You have no idea how common this is. This is probably like the worst problem in, This is probably like the worst problem in like small in indie circles. All it takes to get somebody off like certain opportunities, get them blacklisted, get them out of certain place is to actually just make shit up. And because they trust a certain person, because they know how to use therapy speak, and apparently that's intelligence, then boom, they get fucked in the ass. It sucks, bro. It sucks. Want to know what you even did wrong? What do you mean? I already told you. You did everything. You upset someone. True. True. I guess none of this is exemplified more. None of this is exemplified more than the Takahata 101 situation. Holy shit. Is Takahata even back? It's been like almost 1 year since I made a video about bro. Okay, so for context, Takahata was accused of rape. Literally the worst thing you can accuse a man to do. And turns out, at least from his Google Doci, he actually did not rape. Takahata's situation was a situation where the girl consented to him having sex with that person and then taking consent back because people around that girl's life told him that that was rape. And because the girl has like all sorts of mental illnesses, she actually took it seriously, filed a police report, and apparently there's a legal shenanigan, there's a legal battle going on right now. Takahata has lost a lot of friends because of this. There are some people who has stuck with him, of course, but there's a lot of people who just outright believed the lie, started spreading the rumors out of a warning without actual genuine proof. And, I mean, to a certain extent, a lot of those people were actually are looked at very badly now. So, yeah. So it's an allegation. It is an allegation, and Takahata made a Google Doci disproving that it was not that it was false. Obviously, a lot of the stuff that happened, IRL are stuff that nobody can really have receipts of, because, you know, it's IRL stuff. Nobody would be recording themselves having sex with somebody just to see if somebody, actually did something. But Takahata gave off a lot of proof via DMs, and I actually genuinely believed him. Yeah. And it's fucked up, bro. And he's been gone. His entire online career has been, like, gone because of it. Yeah. Like, he's been gone for, like, a hot minute. I don't even... Like, yeah, it's been almost a year since I made my video about him. Yeah. Hi, say hi to IKEA Land for me. It doesn't really matter if it's true or not. A lot of people, just the accusation itself is enough to lose a lot of things as a guy. It really is, yeah. And I think that's why a lot of the inherent power. That's why I think if you're a man in VTubing, you really need to be careful with how you talk to women. You need to even be careful about how you look at women IRL, because literally all it takes is one delusional void to think that, oh, he was looking at me weird, and that's all it takes for rumors to spread and for people to think that you're a sex pest. Granted, VTubing does have a lot of sex pests. I can't disagree with that. Literally, the most common Google Docky against many men in the space is being an actual predator, and that's for good reason. But at the same time, I don't know where and how it started. I don't know where it started it. It's a bit fucked up. Yeah. It's a bit fucked up. You have to protect yourself. Oh shit, yeah, it's almost, yeah. We are nearing a year. It's been 11 months. In about like 3 weeks, it's going to be about one full year. Is it raining? Yes, it is raining. Sorry. Can you guys hear it? Is it that loud? Hi. I hope it's not too loud. I'm gonna try and drown that out. Give me a sec. Jesus Christ, huh? Give me a sec, chat. Filters. How about that? How about that? Is it still raining on your part? Yeah. It's still been raining on my part. Holy shit. Alright. Let's go back to it then. Let's go back to it. Don't even get me started on how fake a lot of people are. Every I care about mental health post equals to too private. Wow, let's laugh at this guy. He's having a panic attack. Isn't he so pathetic? This community is tarnished by a minority of adult children who've been pampered so much in their lives that normal conversation and talking things out is confrontation. True! I talk about this in my video. Holy shit. And being even slightly uncomfortable is the equivalent of being stabbed to them. So expect everyone in the entire world to hear about why this person has an issue with you before you even have a hint as to something you might have done to upset them. Because a fear of confrontation certainly doesn't mean you're against a coward, evidently. Additionally, if you do something wrong, good luck finding out. They will literally tell everyone except you, and you'll have to find out about it in a hastily made Google Doc where they tried their hardest. True. Yep. That's good. Where they tried their hardest to turn a minor inconvenience that could have been settled by a short conversation into them experiencing the worst trauma of their life in an attempt to gain support by a sympathy. I once had a dude legit say I stole his voice by including a clip of our collab year later in Holy shit, dude! Damn! Damn, why do I feel like a lot of things is walking on eggshells now? Yeah, because that's just how it is now. It is true. A lot of things does feel like they are, a lot of people do feel like they're walking on eggshells. I'm going to try and silence literally everything that I can from this fucking rain. Holy shit, dude. I don't know if there's much I can do. I live in the GTA server of the Philippines. Like, it's been raining over here for like quite a while. I hope that helps. Yeah, it is a rainstorm. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, bros. Give me a sec. Maybe I'll just turn off all the filters. There we go. That should be... Yeah, alright. Whatever. Hey, it's good to have rain. That way streets stay clean. Nah, bro. You live in India? You live in Indonesia? You live in the Philippines? You live in Thailand? No, dude. Nah. I'm praying your house doesn't get flooded midstream. I'm hoping for that too. My house usually gets flooded every time there's heavy rain. Cause you know, well, I'm a fucking Filipino and floods happen here all the fucking time. Just increase your own volume. My own volume is already pretty loud. Like yeah, like the voice itself, like how it captures my voice is already pretty fucking loud. Anyway, privacy, nah, nothing is private when you're dealing with certain people. When entertaining takes effort and creativity, anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of the public opinion, whether it's in context or not. You are respected as long as you can't be exploited at the current time. Nothing is their fault, and they have similarly toxic people surrounding them going, yes, I agree with their current thing, and encouraging their behavior. True. Chat, a lot of female big VTubers do this all the fucking time. And it's so obnoxious. Like literally, like something, like a fucking bad thing or whatever happens to a big VTuber, and fucking everybody is in the fucking comments saying, "Oh, Queen, I'm so sorry that happened to you. Just let me know. Just wanna let you know that I'm here." Like, bro, like come on, bro. Like I think that's kind of obnoxious, especially when we all know that, like, especially when nobody wants to call out an inconsistency, or if a bad thing happening to a certain somebody is a pattern. Like, it's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. And even if somehow you're perfect and don't upset anyone, people will just make shit up and you're fucked either way. My solution, I stay in my lane and I keep a close circle of friends. I tried making a collab server, and within literal days, someone made a group chat by my back, invited my friends to discuss problematic people I follow in an attempt to get people to block me. Oh shit, dude. I do this too, by the way. I do this too. Yeah. I have a very close circle of friends. Most VTubers that I talk to aren't really even my friends. They're just acquaintances. I really only have like probably 5 or 6 friends in VTubing chat. Yeah. Despite this, I will stay in the community because if I leave, I'm surrendering to the annoying I'm surrendering to the annoying minority of adult children and letting them define the community I'm part of. Great, awesome, great. That kind of outlook is like good for people. Good for people. Let's look at this person, Lucky. Holy truth, Nook. The amount of times I've legitimately almost quit being a VTuber because of how mean people are behind the scenes, how prevalent cliques are, and how widely normalized this shit is. It's insane. I've never felt like I truly belonged here. I always skirt on the outside of other people's groups and circles, good enough to interact with public, but never invited to a collab or even hang out offline. It's genuinely awful. I'm only here. Yeah, true. Chat, not gonna lie, within VTubing itself, I'm a bit isolated. But like, that's a good thing. Me being isolated is a good thing because that means like, I don't really have that much friends. And because I don't really have that much friends, there's really, people are not able to have access to me, and people can't make shit up about me that came from me directly. I'm sure, the thing is, I'm sure like other people that are my acquaintances, like fucking Rima, or other people who genuinely, socialize and interact with people beyond like their general community, experiences this a lot too. Because like when you try to, because VTubing has this like sort of thing where every VTuber is very protective of their circle, whether that be their own like VTuber career circle or their friend group. And really all it takes is one moment for them to turn on you. That's really it. But will you care? A few haters are a big problem. Well, a few haters are a big problem if those haters are actually like getting you off, taking you down from opportunities, like actually influencing brands and sponsors to work with you, getting people who you wanted to collab with to not collab with you, and worst case scenario, some insane shit about you gets spread, like if you're a pedophile or whatever. It depends. Or if you get doxxed, right? Like, if somehow they try to get into your email or you get fucking doxxed. I mean, recently, Sayu just got hacked, right? So, a few haters is not necessarily a big deal if they're just bitching and whining about it. It's when they actually do something. Yeah. Anyway, this Enrico person says, the VTubing community is the only thing I've encountered in my adult life that thinks friendship is just letting your so-called friends do whatever they want, even if it's to the detriment of their health and long-term well-being. It's grossly infantilizing subculture. That is true. That is true. Aren't all your haters on Reddit? There's a lot of them on Twitter too. Yeah. But then, I saw this post from Azihara. And, look. Okay? 164k views. 9.3k likes. This post, unironically, like, not mogs this one. He got fucking ratioed. and it also mugged a lot of the other people that have like relatively similar engagement. Look at this, okay? 105k views, only 1k like. Okay? I could go on like the post view activity and fucking look at every quote retweet, but like a lot of these is like it seems like there's a popular sentiment saying that who the fuck are you? Look, Kusa over here even says, bro thinks he's part of the team. Lol, dude. That's crazy. They calling ratio as comment mug now? That's new. Yep, that's what we're calling now. Anyway, my VTuber community announcing departure as a VTuber. Never seen this dude in my life. I have never either. Twitter profile push posting. Not gonna lie, I think you are part of the problem. And then I scroll down, okay? It's not even the post itself that I was interested in. I scroll down from Avihara's like tweet. Hates idol culture. Yeah, he's part of the problem. I forgot to mention the idol culture. My god, the idol culture. Anyway, feel free to ask questions. God damn. That's crazy. That is crazy. And then this person over here, Iggy, says, I don't even watch anime. What? Lol? I'm not sure if this is rage bait or if this is a shitpost. But like, this was what got me to question. Wait a minute. Should I even feel bad for this person? I feel like he is a tourist. Like, I see this, and then I see this. Granted, you don't have to unnecessarily like idol culture in order to become a VTuber fan. There's a lot of VTuber fans that actually do respect the medium, but dislikes or feel uncomfortable with idol culture. Even if idol culture is like even if it was not like that originally, it is like an important aspect of VTubing now. This vitriolic hate for it, I think, is overblown, and it kind of low-key makes you seem like a fucking LARPer. Like, holy shit, yeah. So anyway, we're going to give this person the benefit of the doubt still, and let's look at his video, see if you agree everything. Because look, the TLDR, I agree with all of this, but I'm not sure if this is like, I'm not sure if he is being gatekept because of this, or because he's just not a fit in VTubing in the first place. Because he is agree. These are things that I also don't like about VTubing, right? But I don't know if like this is necessarily a bad thing that will make someone want to quit VTubing. This is true for a lot of VTubers. It's just part of the business now. Enabling others and bad behaviors is basically the same thing as this one, which I also agree. I feel like there are points that you could have made here that are actually relevant or whatever, but we'll see. Let's look at your shit. I'm going to put it at 1.25 because ADHD. Turn that volume up to max.
For about 9 months or half a year, and I'm quitting VTubing. I've grown tired and I do not like VTubing in itself, not from the medium, but more of the community itself. And I want to talk about it. I just want
Okay, whoa, I'm muted. Yeah, okay. I was gonna ask, chat, I was gonna ask if that was loud enough, because I'm not sure, because for me, it's not loud enough, but that could be just because of the storm. Like, the storm is literally drowning out the sound from my end, but if it's, like, good for you guys, then should be good. Right? Hold on.
I've been VTubing for about 9 months or half a year.
It was very loud? Oh, shit, sorry. Okay,
and I'm quitting VTubing. I've grown...
Is that fine? Is that fine? Is that audio good? Okay, gotcha. Alright.
Tired and I do not like VTubing in itself, not from the medium, but more of the community itself. And I want to talk about it. I just want to talk about the problems that VTubers and the VTubing community has.
Let's hear your problems.
Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying specific VTubers. There are amazing creators out there that do wonderful things, but over-encompassing the whole community in itself has a lot of problems. The first point, just to get right into it, is that I want to talk about the whole anonymity layer. So if you don't know what a VTuber is, VTubers are people that represent themselves as digital avatars or some sort of characters that aren't themselves, right? They voice it, sometimes they play in character, but they don't show, this as me. You don't see...
Sorry, that definition is wrong. that definition applies to literally every single person who has a drawn art of their OC or their like a digital avatar. VTubing is a little bit more than that. VTubing has this technical requirement of face capture rigging. And me personally, you need to at least be a fan of anime. You need to be at least in the in of weeb culture.
Their face, you see a dragon, an anime girl, I don't know, right? The gigantic demon looking thing, who knows? It could be whatever they want it to be. And, you know, there's nothing inherently wrong with that. But the problem is that it leads to a lot of things to kind of run away from, if that makes sense. A big thing is a lot of VTubers
I
don't
talk about that in my Mean Girl video, yes.
At all. And the worst part is they also enable it with each other to continue doing that. It's kind of a perpetual cycle within each other where they just enable doing, you know, terrible things like not going outside, not taking care of yourself, not having any sun, not eating properly. There's a huge DoorDash culture where they constantly just order food. Some people eat McDonald's almost every day. It's not good. And unfortunately, they do that. And they say, "Yeah, I did this thing. It's great." No, it isn't great. It is not good. But they
I mean, I agree with you. That's not good objectively. But why is that like important here?
get together and they say that it's
Stream chat, it's not just chat, streamers do this. VTuber, this is not a VTuber thing. Streamers do this. General streamers do this. Because we all know fucking streamers. If you do content creation in general, most content creators are people that just wants to. Okay, I don't have a number to back this up, but most streamers are like this. A lot of okay, maybe not most, but a lot of streamers are like this. Yeah, not just VTubing. The difference is that VTubing is easier to do that for VTubing because, like, you know, nothing about you gets leaked when you do this live.
Okay, and maybe they'll get better in the future, but they really don't. There's no pressure to do that. As a streamer, you don't get to worry about how you look physically. Now, to the next point of that,
what?
Does your look...
Wait, what? Hold on.
Unfortunately, they do that, and they say, "Yeah, I did this thing. It's great." No, it isn't great. It is not good. But they get together and they say that it's totally okay, and maybe they'll get better in the future, but they really don't. There's no pressure to do that. As a streamer, you don't get to worry about how you look physically. Now,
so he's basically saying VTubers enable each other doing this very unhealthy habit of not going outside, not touching grass, blah, 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 and validate each other by not saying it's okay. And as a streamer, apparently it takes it takes less stress away from being unable to do that when you're a streamer. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. I mean, I'm sure some people do that. I'm sure some VTubers do that. I'm sure there's like a fringe amount of people that do that. But like, what are we doing here? The point of VTubing is not even really supposed to be that you're that you want to be like. I'm going to explain this later, but I want to see his complete video first.
to the next point of that, does your look really matter? Your look only matters to you, but your look also can signify some underlying issues that can be caused. A very big one, or two big ones, is anorexia and obesity. Now, I don't think anybody should be body shamed for how they look. Let me just be very clear. If you're obese, you're not a lesser person than anybody else. If you're anorexic, I used to be anorexic actually, and I don't think there's anything you shouldn't be judged for that, or because it's
yeah. If you're obese, you're actually more of a person than anything else, and if you're anorexic, you're less.
Hard to get out of that. It is very difficult. But I think there is a problem when you say you should continue being obese. You should continue being anorexic. Yes, it is totally fine. This isn't body shaming anymore. This is enabling bad behavior. Just like how nobody should be judged, they should also receive some positive, push to say, hey, it's okay if you look like this, but you can improve. You can get better. I believe in you, right? It's okay to be obese or anorexic right now, but you can get there, right?
Wait a minute. So he's basically saying VTubers do that to each other? I feel like he's using a very, I don't know what examples he's referring to here. He's trying to basically say, he's trying to give off an example as how VTubers basically enable each other's unhealthy habits and bad behaviors. But I don't know if this is a good example, because a lot of VTubers, chat, okay? A lot of VTubers, the reason they do VTubing is because they're ugly, is because they are already unconventionally attractive, and if you're a woman especially, it evenses this, it balances the scale out. You're gonna be more okay with doing that. You can actually genuinely see yourself as fucking a pretty anime girl, even if you're not. It gives a chance for us uglies to actually have a chance being a successful streamer. I don't necessarily think that. Oh, listen, look, I'll let him talk.
It's kind of like the steps that I would like to see other people have with their peers. And in the VTuber community especially, they just don't do that. And I don't know why. Because maybe there's less of a need to show how you look physically, right? Especially how women need to have on 50 millions of makeup because of societal standards or whatever it may be. But your physical aspect is your physical aspect. You should try to be healthy. That's the biggest thing. You should try to be healthy. But when everybody is just saying, nah, don't fucking worry about it, it's okay, there will be less of a push for you to change for the better. I think that is genuinely a problem that I only see, or mostly see, in this community. Then kind of continue.
Is that a problem? I really don't think that's a problem. I feel like that is not a VTubing problem. That's a VTuber problem. If that makes sense. A lot of the VTubers I see, is hot IRL. Well, it's because they're hot because they're the VTubers that you see are hot because it's only the hot VTubers that are confident showing themselves IRL. But a lot of them are like very like average looking dudes. Anyway. I don't think this is like a VTubing problem. This is not a VTubing industry problem, in my opinion. I think this is a VTuber problem. If you're a VTuber and you do that, then that's a skill. That's a personal skill issue on your part. You need to get judged. I don't know if VTubing has that issue.
Into the whole girl failure, boy failure thing, which is something I've only learned recently. It's like I think it's came from anime. It's some sort of cultural thing where, oh, it's like a character that is just.
How do I even want to explain? I literally made a video about girl failure, so I know where this sentiment came from, where this culture came from.
Not good at anything and is always a shut-in and all that stuff.
And is that a bad thing?
Meet a romantical character. I don't know how it works, but something like that. But the people take that fiction and then they kind of introduce it into their lives by being that quote-unquote girl failure, boy failure. That's not a good thing. It's not okay to be purposefully not having a job, purposefully doing things that.
What are you talking about? Sorry, no, dude. You know why VTubers do that? Roleplay. And a projection of their actual, like, of how they actually feel and genuinely see themselves. Of course, people... Look, here's the thing. Girl failure, boy failure, they are a counterculture to the girl bosses and the girl bosses and, like, the macho, like, you know, testosterone having alpha male men or whatever. They are unironically counterculture to that. And the reason why people do that in VTubing is because you are much more relatable and much more appealing to talk to in chat, to get introduced to people, to get all these opportunities and have friends if you actually genuinely seem that way. You know what I mean? And again, yeah, a lot of VTubers pretend to be fucking dumb and losers. But that's because that's part of what makes VTubing cool. You can LARP as an idiot, even if you're not an idiot. You can LARP as a smartass, even if you're not a smartass. You can genuinely be how you want to be in VTubing. And that's a good thing. Just because people want to make themselves look like fucking fat fucking chuds does not mean that that's actually a bad thing. So by his definition, Krelly, Crony, Bao, 4 other people that are in my head, but I can't, the names are not like coming into my mouth, are bad people for perpetuating this sort of toxic culture. That's unironically his argument. Holy shit, dude. What, you want fucking everybody to be like super healthy to follow all this fucking streamer shit now? Oh, sorry, to be super healthy, you should be true to yourself. No, dude, that's the antithesis of what VTubing is. Shut the fuck up with this true to yourself stuff. That doesn't matter.
You shouldn't be doing purposefully. Again, you not having a job versus not trying at all and being like, I'm just a girl failure. That's just who I am. That's my personality. No, that's not a good thing, right? That is a bad thing. That is a bad mental kind of thing to have, which I find a lot of people have. There's a lot of people that are trying, and when they see people behave this way,
you're basically, you LARP, wait, hold on. I do not want to hear what the fuck he's trying to say right now. I'm gonna let him finish. But as it is, I'm actually he's basically saying, if you LARP as a loser, you are being offensive and being insensitive to actual losers. Holy shit.
Sometimes undervalues the people that are trying hard to
Oh my god, that's actually what he's saying. Oh my
get
god.
away from that, because they become associated with the people that don't try at all. It's not good. We should be trying to push ourselves to be more better. And this is the job thing is like an example, right? Another one is like
What,
being an asshole.
we should be min-maxing now? Oh my, look dude, look, I don't know what this person went through. I'm sure he's had like a lot of bad experiences that makes him want to push to be the best version of himself. But that's a personal thing. You don't have to project that to anywhere, to any community, and to everyone you meet. Just because a girl wants to just fucking lay in her bed, just because a girl wants to lay in her bed, just watch, eat popcorn, watch movies, bread rot. Yeah, that's very unhealthy. I agree, that's very unhealthy. If they want to do something, they should do something. Fans should encourage them to like go outside, touch some grass, actually be happy. But if they're LARPing as that, but they're LARPing as like losers when they're not actually losers, that's not a bad thing.
Towards each other. I notice VTubers are very mean towards each other. I don't know why. It always feels like in the surface level, everybody's so welcoming and so nice and whatever. But then once you get into the deep of it and you get your your hands a little bit dirtier and see what's going on in this like behind.
I feel like he's contradicting himself a little bit here. He's saying that VTubers enable bad behaviors, but by being nice to each other and stuff like that too. But at the same time, he also says VTubers are mean to each other behind the scenes. Which one is it? Because those two are not necessarily mutually exclusive. I can see situations where you can do that. Like, for example, if you're actively trying to manipulate someone to making bad decisions in order to benefit yourself and to fuck over the other guy. But then he needs to point that out because he's not. Come on, dude.
VTubers are actually very mean towards each other. Again, not all. There are plenty of amazing VTubers, but a lot of them are pretty freaking mean. Pretty mean. Very mean girls, I've noticed. Very mean girls.
Yes, I made a whole fucking 25-minute video about it. Yes.
Again, we should, I think that we should all follow like the golden rule of treat others like you treat yourself, or how others would treat you, stuff like that. You should try to be as nice as you can, right? We should also call people out for their bullshit and try to, uplift each other all together. That's like a big thing. And yeah, I think like the layer of anonymity is very enabling towards each other. Every VTuber seems to be enabled by more bad behaviors because instead of doing something about like some problems that they have, they can.
You know what? I'll just try to basically summarize what he's talking about, but in a way that I think is the accurate way to how VTubing does it. VTubers do enable a lot of the shit that they do towards each other. Yes. On the surface, whenever some, like for example, big indie VTuber A says that he got scammed, says that something bad happens to them, and then everyone in the group, in the clique or whatever the case might be, comes into the Twitter and says, "Oh my God, I am so sorry that happened to you. I'm here for you, baby. Please let me know. Blah 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 blah. We're all here for you." And then, that's one way that VTubers enable each other, especially if the thing that that VTuber A is complaining about is actually something that is her own fault, or something that has like a lot of inconsistencies that actually paint a bad picture compared to what they're actually trying to peddle. What I'm talking about here is like, for example, the Ironmouse situation, the Bao situation, like a lot of the scams that happen. Like, again, in my opinion, if you get scammed like 5 fucking times, you're the fucking problem. Right? Like, it's sad that a lot of companies are scamming you, but then if you scam that much, then a lot of other scamming companies are going to see you as an easy target and try to get under your DMs. If you fall for that again, you're a retard, and you need to actually think about that. If you make a fucking Google Docie, there's a lot of loopholes, there's a lot of inconsistencies in your Google Docie, and nobody is pointing it out. And there's even like a lot of missed out context, and nobody is you're pointing out, and everybody in your clique is like, doing all of this, trying to lift you up, uplift you, and whatever the case might be. Now that is enabling. You know that your friend is fucking up. You know that your friend makes a mistake. And when your friend makes a mistake, you don't actually criticize them. You don't actually say, "Hey, I think you fucked up." You don't actually say anything that will hurt their feelings. Instead, you try to cover for them. You say shit like, oh, don't listen to them, baby girl. They're all just haters. Nobody knows what you went through. They're all invalid. You're valid. Shit like that. Right? But then, when these fucking mean girl idiots, these mean girl bullies, decide to be a mean girl, is when they see an opportunity that a person that they don't like, or even that one girl that they dislike, girl VTuber A that we talked about, makes a colossal fuck up mistake, and then they realize that being associated with that VTuber tarnishes their brand even a little bit, then they are going to be like sharks, fucking piranhas, ripping that VTuber offline and online, trying to disassociate themselves with them. Right? And maybe that's a boundary setting thing. A lot of VTubers try to say, try to spin it in a way as, oh hey, I saw that you got cancelled on Twitter. I'm sorry, but you're a brand risk. I don't want to get associated with you anymore. That is how VTubers become so fucking mean. When a VTuber tries to warn people of bad things that are happening, of patterns that are being noticed, and nobody listens to them. In fact, they get booted out of their own like community or circle because of it. E.g. Matara. That is when it becomes a bad thing. You know what I mean? That's how I think you can reconcile the fact that like there's a lot of enablers and a lot of like people that are mean to each other within VTubing. Because because like, I don't necessarily like this guy's point, like his point, his point about like this, I don't disagree with all of this. This is unironically true. Aside from this one, I feel like this is not really, this is kind of a nothing burger, but I don't think he understands how it happens. I'm sure he has experiences behind the scenes that, I'm sure he has experiences behind the scenes that, whatchamacallit, that paints that picture, that validates what he is talking about. But the fact that he doesn't really even know a lot of things about VTubing makes me, the fact that he doesn't really know a lot of things about VTubing, the fact that he doesn't really, he's not really entrenched in a lot of the community stuff, he seems oblivious to a lot of the stuff that is happening, a lot of the stuff that, the internal politics stuff between multiple circles, makes me think that his exposure to VTubing is limited. What he is experiencing is not a representative of what happened to VTubing, but it is loosely accurate. And that's why he manages to be accurate with the things that he is taking issue with, but cannot name like a specific example or cannot like put it into proper words, if that makes sense. Right? Oh, Cesar Hernandez, welcome back, brother. Thank you for the 10 memberships. Jesus Christ. I think he has only seen indie VTubers. I think he has only seen small indie VTubers. Yeah, or medium indie VTubers. Because this Circuit guy seems like he has a decent, like, he has 22k followers. I feel like that's a decent enough metric. I feel like that's a lot of people. But at the same time, you know what I mean?
You can just hide it, sweep it under the rug. Now, don't get me wrong. There are plenty of VTubers that, again, use it as a medium. Or sometimes they use, or of course, anonymity is important too. A lot of people, especially women, need that layer of anonymity because it is very valuable to them. Don't get like we don't need to look too deep to see how many female streamers out there that have their face, they get harassed all the time. It happens all the time. It's horrible. Of course you don't want to have to deal with that at all. So that's like a good alternative. Or of course simply just representing yourself as something else. And I think that's pretty cool. In fact, I was initially enamored by the whole representing yourself in a different way as a different, person or character or whatever it may be. I think that's really cool. I've noticed that when I initially entered VTubing, that's what I was expecting and that's not what I got. A lot of VTubers are actually more artists first or something else first. That's why I was...
Yes, a lot of VTubers are actually anime fans, weebs, and losers, fucking fat, fucking chuds first. Yes. This is what a lot of new people don't agree. This is what a lot of new people don't realize when they enter VTubing. They only see the technical medium of it, but they don't understand that. Like, I don't know how you don't understand that VTubing has its own culture. That if, like, any industry that you join, like any community, people have their own culture, their own industry norms, their own, like, let's say, unspoken rules or customs. And the way people understand that is that they have to be something else first in order to get it. You know what I mean? That's not necessarily a bad thing. That's if I fucking entered the Warhammer 40k community or industry or fucking whatever and expect and are all like and I'm not vibing with them because they act a certain way, because they pretend like the God Emperor of because you know a lot of, like, for example, Warhammer 40k fans, they like to LARP that they, you know, for mankind or fucking whatever. I don't exactly know too much about Warhammer 40k, but like they pretend that the Emperor of mankind is like fucking God, and they're like they're this ironic worship towards it, like fucking Xeno scum or fucking whatever. I think that's funny. But if a fucking person who doesn't know that sees that culture and think that's racist, because it's like, what do you mean you hate, what do you mean, what do you mean for Xeno scum? What do you mean human supremacist? Wait, we hate other racists? Are we racist? Is this like an allegory for like white supremacists? Of course people are gonna get booted the fuck out because they don't realize it's part of the culture, it's part of the in-jokes. You know what I mean? I'm using just that as an example, by the way. But that's exactly why people, whenever they join somewhere new, they really have to understand a lot of the spaces that already exists it's already pre-established stuff going on. If you don't fit into that, that's fine. Build your own community. But at that point, it's you fucking die or you don't. You do or you die.
Was able to vibe with a lot of artists that are also VTubers, but they're artists first, not VTubers first. The ones that are exclusively VTubers first are usually pretty degenerates. And when I say degenerates, I mean like not in a
like loser fucking nerd chuds, ugly people that don't really have like anything good happening to them IRL, and they stuck to VTubing because that's the only thing that they could do. Yeah, no, I agree. Yes, that's exactly the target demographic for VTubing, and that is its most like the biggest people that are in it. Yeah,
it's gonna sound like I'm saying like a mean thing because I kind of am.
It's
but
not.
At the same time, they're kind of degenerating themselves. Like they're degenerating
degens, exactly.
their body. They're doing things that ruin their body, their mental health, their physical health, everything. They just do things that is not great for you at all. And then
like what? Like what? You have to. Yeah, you mentioned the people being obese thing, but again, yeah, okay, sure. A lot of VTubers are fat, ugly fucking chuds, and they don't really go out that much. Whatever, and VTubing is enabling them. But you have to. Like what?
If you continue doing those behaviors and other people enable you in, you then kind of become into the community. People will welcome you if you do more of those kind of things.
No. See, he actually doesn't understand. If you are a fat fucking chud, if you are a nerd, you are a loser, you are one of those like fucking people who got bullied in high school for liking niche things or liking anime, you will belong on VTubing. That is like that is the target demographic. It's not people degrading themselves. Although I don't disagree that exists, because obviously there are people who streams, there are people who does VTubing even if it's bad for their mental health, right? But that's like everyone in general. That's everyone in the entertainment culture, in entertainment industry in general. That's just not a VTubing thing.
More of an asshole towards other people if you do this towards other people, if you do that towards other people. It's not great. So the promoting of bad habits is not something, both physical, mental, towards other people, not great.
Sure.
And I will say this as well, as I've noticed there's a clique culture, which is something I've learned only as I entered this community. Is, if you guys don't know, a clique culture is people that it's high school table behavior. Everybody has some sort of a table. They have their sort of friend groups, right? It's a clique, right? The mean girls, the jocks, that, whatever, right? The nerd.
Yep, we all agree with this.
It's kind of
I feel like anybody looking in from the outside will recognize that VTubing has this clique culture. Even a full-blown tourist can see that, yeah.
It's basically that. And you cannot usually get into those groups unless of different circumstances. Because of that, it becomes very isolating almost immediately when those, when new VTubers come in and they want to be a part of the community, they immediately just get shut out. And then sometimes those cultures or those groups make fun of others for no reason too. That's the worst part. A lot of the time.
Good. Some people need to get gatekept. So I would like to think that's a good thing.
They just make fun of them for no reason. It's really mean. Everyone's just super mean towards each other. I don't know why. So now more towards me personally. I don't want to be a VTuber because
at the same time, again, like fucking, it's like saying the streaming space doesn't have its own cliques. I mean, yeah, it's much more magnified in VTubing. But it's like when you move to a school, right? Like you move to a new school, everybody already has friends. You know what I mean? Everybody already has friends. If you're a new person in the industry, I can tell you how to bypass the gate. Oh, thank you, Ivan Iron Fist. Tourist gate kept, true. I can tell you how to bypass the gate. Okay, it's very easy actually. When you're doing VTubing, one, find out why you're in VTubing first and what about it you actually like. Like, for example, if you're like into My Little Pony, for example, you're a furry. I'm not saying that that's necessarily a bad thing. I think furries have like a certain spot in VTubing. Or if let's say you are a fat fucking chud, okay? You're either of those things, okay? You find communities, you find existing content creators that are representing those types of content. You engage with that community. You slowly embroil yourself into that community, and you just let it rip. Then you try to make friends that way. Not even necessarily with the big content creators first. You gotta start small when it comes to this shit. You know what I mean? That's unironically how you start. Like if I was look, I'm going to name an example right now just so I can be specific to make the point. Let's say I'm a VTuber. Okay? Oh, what kind of VTuber am I? Let's say I'm the Maho Shoujo. I'm a Maho Shoujo fan. I really love Yuri. I really love like cute anime girls doing cute anime things and maybe occasionally like having gay Yuri sex. Okay? Like I'm that insane. Yeah, these types of people are like kind of obnoxious to a certain extent, right? But let's say I am that VTuber. You know how easy it is for me to actually unironically put myself in the part of the industry that has those people? Easy. Because the Yuri loving Maho Shoujo type people in VTubing are very loud and I can fucking see them everywhere. Just look at like any Yuri fan clip on YouTube. Any Yuri fan stuff in VTubing, you comment on that shit, you know the people that are on it, you look on Twitter, you post stuff on Twitter, add some user generated shit, you engage, bim bada boom boom boom, slowly people start to notice you. Even if it's not immediately, people will notice your presence, and if they like you enough already, they will start engaging with you, and then you start making your own content that is similar to the content that you already like and you already consume. You work your way up until you collab or you start doing stuff with the people that originally got you here in the first place. It's that easy. It's actually that of course, right? Of course, it's easier said than done because practically being a content creator is hard. But what I'm talking about being easy is that it's that easy to find a community in VTubing that is related to your interests, to your tastes, and to the type of shit that you are in. It's unironically that easy. You just have to find like-minded people. And if you're in VTubing because of how small VTubing is, at least compared to streaming culture, the general streaming culture in the West, you will find people so fucking fast. See, like, it's actually unironically that easy, chat. Yeah. Jesus.
All of those points. I also don't want to be a VTuber because I want to do things more in real life. Sometimes I want to just do things in the house. Sometimes I want to do things outside the house. I want to do things that are more with my body. I don't need to worry about anonymity. And to be honest, VTubers do care about anonymity because if you show your face, you're kind of breaking an illusion. I've noticed that. In fact, there's drama right now happening with Bao, some sort of VTuber, I think it's a whale, where she's just getting shit because she showed her face.
He doesn't even know Bao! Are you for real?
That's a little dumb. Everyone's saying, oh, my immersion is broken. Buddy, we are not fictional characters.
Nobody said that! Nobody, oh my god, that's not why Bao is getting shit, bro. Bro, he doesn't even know why Bao was getting shit. Holy LARPing. I'm so sorry. Okay, I'm just going to tell you like right now. The reason why people are hating on Bao is 1 year's worth of drama following her, and then her deciding to quit being a VTuber and just commit to flesh streaming. I don't necessarily think there's nothing wrong with her flesh streaming. I feel like she gets a lot of hate. She got a lot of hate for that. I've seen people call her a tourist because of that, and like I said in my previous video, I heavily disagree. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with Bao wanting to quit VTubing and wanting to be an IRL because I made an entire like 3-point list as to like Bao specific and VTubing specific stuff that could make her want to quit. But the idea that she got backlash because people are mad of illusion is broken is actually wrong. Oh my god, dude.
I hate to break it to you. I understand the layer of immersion, but at the same time, if you really want people to create things in character, you go watch a YouTube video where they edit things, put things down, not stream. Streaming is very difficult to do on a constant basis where you're trying to...
No, see, he doesn't even get LARPing! See, Yo, dude, the reason why people do VTubing, or at least why VTubing got popular in the first place, even if a lot of VTubers don't do it now, is that streamers put on a mask. Streamers literally act like cartoon or anime characters, and then you engage with it. It's like fucking talking to Thomas it's like, imagine you're talking to Thomas the Train Engine. Like you're talking to fucking Augie from Augie and the Cockroaches. Or you're talking to fucking Marisa Kirisame. Or fucking shit like that. Like literally fucking anything. Okay? That's the appeal of VTubing. It's like you're talking to like an exaggerated version of reality, or you're talking to a fictional thing. And a lot of the appeals that are associated with that. You know, a lot of VTubers do like VTubing for its anonymity, but anonymity is actually just the byproduct of the roleplay. That's unironically what it is.
Not show yourself at all, right? People want to change, and unfortunately, because other streamers don't reveal themselves because they find it as a business suicide at times. A lot of you creators have
the Peanut thing respects. Oh my God, see, true. Like, look, okay, we all don't like the fact that Peanut is not a VTuber, and yet they won the VTuber award like back in 2025, because we all know that you know, it's just fucking the people that organize that event doesn't really understand VTubers. They just fucking anyone with a VTuber model. But unironically, even if Peanut is not a huge weeb, even if Peanut is not like a huge anime fan, he actually gets like the role playing and anonymity aspect of it. He actually understands. And you know, I would like to think that as long as he's not a LARPer, as long as I wouldn't necessarily constitute him as a VTuber yet. Okay, because again, to me, if you're a VTuber, one of the key things that you have to like as a VTuber is that you like to have art, or you like to have you have to like anything that's artistic, or be a nerd. You have to be a nerd somewhere. Okay, you have to be a nerd somewhere. I don't care if you're a nerd in fucking Warhammer 40k, you're a nerd in the My Little Pony community, you're an autist in fucking a random goddamn franchise that is 20 years old and nobody knows about. I don't care. You just have to be a nerd at some place. You have to have like some sort of autistic passion, or you have to be part of like an artistic kind of community. That's unironically like one of my requirements to constitute you as a VTuber. Okay? Like that's it. But like he gets that.
Amazing ideas that they want to do in real life, but they just can't because if they know that they might have to show their face, or even a risk of showing their face, or maybe a portion of their face. And if that happens, it's off the table. It sucks. There's plenty of amazing ideas we could have had. We just don't. There's also a negative connotation towards being a VTuber. I will say that. And
that is
there's
true.
Also a negative connotation
okay. I know what exactly he's gonna say. Yes, there is a lot of discrimination towards VTubers, especially from sponsors, especially from companies, and especially from like other larger streamers and normies. Yes.
Being an
but that is why we gatekeep.
It's like always saying like you're an 18 plus streamer, which is something I technically was, but I didn't do anything inherently 18 plus. I made some pee poo poo jokes and that's it. Whatever. Right?
Then you're not 18 plus.
But I didn't do porn. That kind of stuff. You know, like I didn't do 18 plus specifically things, but just even having the tag of 18 plus gives you a label that you are probably a person that will do those kind of things, right?
Yes. Pee pee poo poo jokes are not 18 plus. Bro, come on. Let's not pretend that like kids are retards. Come on. I mean, they are, but like poo poo pee pee stuff? Come on.
Makes sense. I hope like what I said makes sense. And then if you have the label of being a VTuber, then all those points that I've just listed is also coming with you as you're being labeled to that. I do not want to be labeled as a person.
That's not a VTubing only thing though. I feel like that's anywhere in the internet in general. I feel like if you are a content creator in general, the moment you put 18 plus, regardless if you're a VTuber, you're a streamer, you're a video maker, you're an artist, blah blah blah, you are going to have the connotation that you're making porn. Is he new to streaming? What is he saying? I thought he was going to, I actually genuinely thought he was going to say like a point that I already made a long time ago, where if you are a VTuber, there's heavy discrimination.
Doesn't want to go outside, or eats like shit, or does all these things. I don't, because a lot of VTubers are associated with those kind of things. Sure. I don't think that's a good thing. Let's be honest, we're creators. They even call us influencers. As much as I don't like that word,
I don't like that word either.
We influence people all the time, which means that if creators, if you guys go and start influencing people to eat, I don't know, eat fucking fast food every day and do DoorDash every day, they might do it. They're gonna do it. You guys gotta be careful. And people don't understand that. You have influence with what you say and how you say it. And if
I thought for once he was actually gonna make a good point here. I actually genuinely thought he was gonna make a good point here. Holy fuck. You know, the thing that I talked about earlier, where there's a lot of discrimination You get shit on by normies. You get shit on by normal streamers. You don't get sponsors. Companies look at you weird. You know? I thought that was the point you were gonna make, bro. What the fuck did you even say?
There's plenty of amazing ideas we could have had. We just don't. There's also a negative connotation towards being a VTuber.
Yeah, there's a negative connotation with being a VTuber. Yes, that is true. But then he goes an entirely separate direction that does, like, okay, bro.
All other VTubers did not have the same luxury as me. Because I got my model for free by a friend of mine just because he felt like it. I got my model designed by another friend because she wanted to do something for fun. I had some stuff drawn. I had this drawn, that drawn. It was great. And then fans came in and drew stuff for me. It's awesome. I love it. Other people don't have that luxury. So a lot of VTubers have a huge financial entrance. They just have to spend like $5, $10, $15,000, whatever it may be.
That's not true! What are you talking about?
A lot of VTubers have a huge financial entrance. A friend of mine, just because he felt like it. I got my model designed by another friend.
I'm going to point you out where he becomes wrong here.
Because she wanted to do something for fun. I had some stuff drawn. I had this drawn, that drawn. It was great. And then fans came in and drew stuff for me. It's awesome. I love it. Other people don't have that luxury. So a lot of
other people don't have that luxury. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. A lot of other people do have that luxury, and the people that don't have friends. You have the luxury of being able to do that because you have friends. And yes, VTubing does have like a financial. VTubing does have like a barrier to entry, with like a lot of custom models being expensive. You don't have to get them. You don't have to get them.
A lot of VTubers have a huge financial entrance. They just have to spend.
You literally, unironically, just have to buy one of those custom assets from Suica, from VGen, or literally get like a scuffed one or a scuffed version that you already like, and then just fucking do it.
Like $5, $10, $15,000, whatever it may be.
Wow, dude. Unironically using like the top percentile of VTubing and making that seem like the standard. He unironically doesn't get it. No wonder you're quitting VTubing, because you actually don't get it. You entered VTubing with such a surface level lens, a surface level understanding of it, and you didn't even bother to delve deep into like what actually happens here. You took one round trip around VTubing, and you decided to quit. And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. Because, you know, at the same time, I don't want to like tell this guy he's wrong on a lot of things too much, because he's already leaving. He already doesn't belong to VTubing, blah, blah, blah. He's already quitting. He's being gatekept. But this exact outlook, this exact way to like look and consume VTubing is the reason why you got gatekept. You did not want to learn. You did not want to be in with the culture. No, you didn't even want to build your own community, at least in a way that's separate from the others.
Now, of course, a lot of creators are going to say you don't have to do that, which I agree. But VTubers have this layer of almost it's like unwritten rules or things that you should be doing as a VTuber, and those are one of those things. You have to have a beautiful model, like an amazingly, wonderfully crafted model. You have to. I don't know why that exists.
You can get a cracked model for $300-$400.
I think interacting with VTubers directly have been a very eye-opening,
okay,
and unfortunately negative experience for me. One of the feelings that I've felt.
I think you had a very limited experience with VTubing. I think you had like I think you talked to like 2 or 3 or 4 like VTuber groups or like cliques or like whatever the case might be, and used that as and used those examples to generalize the entire industry. But again, VTubing is not a community. They are not a monolith. The 2 or 3 communities that you engage with are not representative of the actual industry. They are not the truth. They can be. They are. You are using like subjective experiences to paint how to make these points. Okay, you are using subjective experiences to point these points, and you are right. These are correct points. I don't disagree with these. But how these conclusions are formed are wrong. You experienced VTubing wrong. You got into VTubing for the wrong reasons.
Personally, was once I quit VTubing, I felt relief. Not something I expected. That was wrong. I think me feeling relief shows how much of a problem it is in that community itself. Also, another point, a lot of VTubers do not respect each other. I'm going to say this right now. A lot of VTubers do not fucking respect each other at all. A lot of VTubers don't respect each other's times. There's always this notorious thing that people say that VTubers are really bad at scheduling. Listen, you could be bad at...
It's because they're women. I'm going to be sexist right now.
scheduling. But that's not an excuse to continue doing that. And a lot of VTubers I met.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna full-blown agree with him here. Yeah, no. A lot of VTubers are like that. A lot of VTubers are either late for their streams, very late for their collabs. They don't even go to meetings on time a lot of the time. And they even forget about it. And they don't even like pay attention to their like own schedule. Yeah, no, I agree. This is true. Even in Hololive, this is super true.
Really bad at scheduling and really bad at communicating. Now, maybe they were being malicious about it, but I'm going to take the benefit of the doubt and just say they're just really bad at scheduling, just like every other VTuber says. Okay, VTubers are shit at scheduling. Fix it. Do something about it. Because it's disrespectful towards your peers if you do
women, bro.
something and then ghost them later. This is a very common thing. I had over 20 VTubers. Over 20 that did this to me. Both big and small. I don't know why, but they just do not respect each other's time. They say this date, this time, I'm there, and then they just don't come in. I get it.
Again, true. Very, 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 very true.
Once, maybe even twice, like of course, but all the time. Come on, guys, what the fuck are we doing here? If that continues happening, nobody's gonna respect your time anymore.
This is why you have to. This is why like you. If you didn't realize that you were entering an industry with a lot of mentally ill high school mentality women, you should have expected this. You know what I mean? This is how actually, chat, I am so skilled at navigating around VTubers. I actually do this now. I know that they do this, so I actually tell them 1 or 2 hours behind what I actually expect. I know that these are problems. I know that a lot of these, at least, are problems that are, how do I say this? These are problems that already exist within VTubing. These are problems that I cannot fix. These are problems that even if I bitch and whine in my videos, will not see anything budge. But the thing is, if you know how VTubers are, if you know the general idea of how they act and how they operate, you fucking work around that and it's actually smooth sailing.
Right? Nobody's gonna respect your word anymore, and nobody...
But I agree, like, it's very unprofessional. You have to understand, I agree with him. It's just that, I agree with him.
Everybody keeps doing that. I don't know why. Like, I can already hear the comments saying, they're busy, we're busy. You don't understand how busy we are.
Shut the fuck up. No, shut the fuck up. You're not busy. You're just irresponsible.
No, listen, this is your job. This is your work. Exactly. I understand you're a creator, and I understand it's very difficult to be friends with creators at times, but you are a creator. You have to...
Cesar Hernandez, I agree. It's high school mentality. Exactly, dude.
Treat it a little bit seriously. Because even business aside, personally, you are committing time for somebody so they don't waste theirs. And if you don't...
That much obvious, but let it not be said that we weren't willing to listen if he had actual proof. I would agree. I think, again, I don't want to invalidate this guy's experience because, like I said, he probably has like had a lot of experiences with like multiple people. But I think his experience with like VTubing and like VTubers in general are limited. Because it is representative VTubing, but for the wrong reasons, is what I said. Yeah.
Don't show up. They're gonna look like a jackass because of you. You've wasted their time because you just didn't feel like it or you forgot. And I get forgetting sometimes, but bro, do some steps to fix it. I can forget sometimes too, but I've like tried my best. Like I talk about this thing all the time. I write all my calendars. I write all my stuff. Like I write everything out. I schedule everything.
VTubers don't do that.
Yeah, I try to make sure that I keep up with everything. And I tell people, please bother me every single time in case I forget or even if the day is coming up. But
I think the main problem with VTubing is that if you're like a very straightforward, I guess the term that people use are neurotypical. If you're a very neurotypical person, you won't understand VTubing. In fact, you will struggle. Because there's a certain... Okay, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. There is a certain tism that you have to have in order to enjoy and in order to be a VTuber. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know. Obviously, I don't have proof of that, right? Like, I'm just using my autistic screeching senses, but I feel like there is. That's why a lot of businessmen struggle here. A lot of straightforward people struggle here. A lot of people that are actually mentally sane struggle here. Because, again, if you're in a field full of mentally retarded, fucking mentally ill women, you have to be a little bit mentally ill to get with the crowd.
If other creators get the same thing, they just ghost them. I don't know why.
Yeah, that's JP though. The EN and the JP sides are two different worlds. Yeah.
If you cannot make this something, then there you go. And also, enough with the shit talking. Everybody loves to shit talk to each other behind their backs. What the fuck is up with that? Again, back to the whole click culture thing. Everyone loves to shit talk each other. I do not know why. It is nonsense. It is exhausting, and
I explained why. Because it's a bunch of fucking women with limited resources and limited eyes, which is a bunch of fucking people. Simping for them, wanting to gain their simping money. and they have to do everything that they can to maintain or grow it. Unironically, in that sort of scenario, collaboration works, but only to a certain extent. There will come a time, multiple times even, in a VTuber's career where they unironically have to step on other people's shoes and like bring people down in order to get somewhere. Yeah.
Ridiculous. Now, of course, if you are saying things that are just, very like legitimate, yeah, that's a different story. That's like more borderline venting. But if you're making fun of a person because he's annoying or he looks like shit, oh, this guy's a fat ass, oh, look at this fucking dumbass twink. Like I've heard everything. I've heard it all. I've heard it all being called towards each other. You guys gotta be more nice to each other. This is nonsense. So now this part of the video, I'm gonna talk more about my steps and what I'm gonna be doing. So if you guys don't care anymore about like me, whatever, go ahead and click off. Thank you for watching. But so what are the things that I'm gonna be doing in the future of my channel? Number one, I still like my robot. I'm still gonna incorporate him to everything, but I'm done VTubing. Expect me to show my face all the time. But I will have my robot here and there. Maybe like as an alert or something. Like I'll figure out a way to incorporate him because I love him and I love the history that I had and I love the friends that I made. The friends that I made along the way. But I do also want to get into cosplaying more. I used to do like a tiny cosplay with a cow onesie and the ghost mask, and it was fun. But I also want to expand. I want to do other things. I want to try other things. Like everything, really. Now, the stream isn't going to be mainly cosplay focused, but it's something I'd like to do in the future, Like go to a convention in the cosplay or do something part of an event. Who knows? And for my future streams and my future channels, my streams are going to be more geared towards events. So it means I want them to be like recordings. Like every single streamer talks about like how Ludwig constantly says that you need to record it and post it on YouTube. I should have been doing that. To be quite frank with you, for the last 9 months, I got depressed. Now I don't want to blame the depression. Oh, woe is me. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. But I did get depressed.
Go through.
That is true. But now I got to do something about it. And I feel way better now because the financial burden that I had and my partner not having a job for a long time really did a number on me. Now I have the grace of actually still having a supportive community that it would help me financially. Thank you guys, by the way. But I want to take steps to also not be reliant on you guys alone, if that makes sense. I don't want to be there like I gotta get some Twitch money so I can pay rent. And again, I genuinely appreciate all the support you guys gave me, but I need to start making money on YouTube. I need to start making money on other places. I don't make money on TikTok, never did.
True.
Never on Instagram, Facebook.
I'll stop the yapping. Yeah, unironically, I understand why a lot of people are basically telling this guy to fuck off now. Yeah, unironically. Because, again, the points that he's talking about are valid. Those are actual genuine criticisms against the industry in general. But he's wrong about a lot of them. You know what I mean? He's wrong about a lot of them. God damn. Jesus. He and Vantacrow would probably get along. I mean, I don't know too much about Vantacrow. Yeah. I feel like a lot of people didn't really watch the video too. Like a lot of people who agreed with him blindly didn't watch the video. Well, I did. Yeah. I'm a VTuber community from a literal who. Look inside, non-stop flesh posting, full face visible. We have to go back. Yo, dude. Yeah, alright. I mean, 700k views, dude. 700k views and only 7k! Holy shit! That's like 1%! Only 1% of the people who saw this fucking tweet actually watched his video. And I'm one of them. His points can apply to general streamers and YouTubers in general. You're not wrong. Yeah. He is just thing bad but cannot explain why bad. Yeah, exactly. I think that's why. So yeah, I mean, I think to a certain extent, right? Like, again, I don't want to bully the guy, but I think to a certain extent, there's a reason why he got gatekept. VTubing truly is not for him in the first place. He got into the community wrong, he got into the industry for the wrong reasons, and he didn't understand it. I don't know if he bothered to actually learn it, or he just stuck to the surface level and did his shit, but that's why you got gatekept, bro. That's why you ultimately realize that this is not for you. Yeah. Oh, Cesar Hernandez with the fat gifteds again. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. They love you, man. You do love me, yes. You don't want to bully that guy, but I do. I mean, I would rather not be an asshole, you know? Like, I don't like bullying, but although I do recognize that bullying works. You know what I mean? I just don't want to be the guy to do it. I'd rather my hands be clean. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I want to see the retweets of this. Alright, there's only 2 retweets. I don't think that's worth... what about the comments? Is this? Yeah, true. If an already established VTuber chat, okay, I think if an already established VTuber made this video or made these points, I think it would have been like it would have been reacted to differently. Hmm. Oh god, the idol culture. Yep, there we go. Yeah, if you listen to that, yep, we already know that. What parts of idol culture do you dislike? Kumachi says. Doesn't feel genuine. The structure of idols is back. He watched one why idol culture bad video and immediately got converted. If you're a fan of wrestling, if you're a fan of suspending disbelief, of consuming a character as they are for the fantasy and the escapist media that they do, why would being genuine be a problem? Why is it that a lot of like streamers, a lot of normies, and a lot of fans want that aspect of genuineness from their content creators? You have fucking any idea how many people are actually genuine with you? Yeah, people like Queso is fucking genuine with you. But do you have any idea how much fucking streamers put on a mask, pretend to be someone else when they stream? A lot of people are not genuine, and that's fine. Because when you're a content creator, your entire job is not to be genuine, it's to create content. It's genuinely to be fake. It's to entertain. A lot of people prefer genuine content, I agree. But like, it's not like hating somebody or hating a culture because it's not genuine. I think that's a very invalid way to, like, you can dislike that, but I don't think that's a problematic thing that should cause anybody to want to quit. I don't fucking know. Most streamers are a character, exactly. I don't know, man. I don't know. And you know, you have a lot of people fucking saying that he's a fucking tourist, go outside, blah blah blah, you fuck off. Cause like, he's invalid. He's invalid. He's wrong. He doesn't get it. The problem with idol culture are the fans that are produced. There's a lot of things wrong with idol culture. Let that be known. Like, I already made a video about this a long time ago. There's a lot of things about idol culture. I think it only, for example, yes, the fans. I think there's like a predatory thing in idol culture where a lot of like agencies, a lot of managers don't even pay to get their idols fucking don't even properly pay their idols, rather. That they want their idols to do like what is profitable than what is good for their career long term. Sorry, they want to make their idols do something profitable short term than what is good for them and their career and their mental long term. I think idol culture in general has a very icky mood to it if you know the inner mechanisms. But there's a reason why people want to be idols. At the end of the day, it's a fun job. It's a fun looking job. There's a lot, like the same way, you know, the Korean K-pop industry. There's a lot of, you know, you're fucking forced to not eat. You don't get fed properly. X, Y, and Z. But like, it's not wholly a bad thing. People get inspired. People look at you and see you as inspiration. Even if they don't want to be idols, they look at you as a good thing. You know what I mean? I can't exactly remember on top of my head the points that I made back then. But yeah, something along those lines. You inspire people, you help people to do better, to do certain things, to introspect, if that your content is like that. You know what I mean? You make people feel emotional. You make people feel things in a way that you make people think. You can genuinely do a lot of things if you're an idol. Yeah. And again, I'm not saying it's a wholly good thing, but like, goddamn. Yeah, the bad things do not undo the advantages. Exactly. I think there's a space. I think there's like a time and place for being an idol and like liking idol culture in general. Yeah. I think, for example, Hololive, right? Like, I think Hololive is an example of a relatively decent idol spot, because unlike a lot of idol agencies in Japan where they fucking shave your head or forced to do an apology or don't allow you to be in a relationship with your fans, with anybody else because you could get leaked, etc., etc. Hololive doesn't have that. Thankfully, Hololive doesn't have that. And if you want to be a virtual idol, yeah, go to Hololive, bro. Fucking apply. Be like that. I don't get it. Mina Minigishi, is that the one that was forced to shave her head to apologize for having a boyfriend or whatever? I don't actually quite remember. What's Hollow's status now? Has it stabilized or is it still declining? They're stable right now, yeah. Despite everything that happened to Hollow, yeah, they're stable right now. They're doing great, I would like to think. Anyway, this loosely transitions us to the next video we're gonna watch. Ironmouse explains her face reveal plan. It seems like Ironmouse wants to do a VTuber or a face reveal. Maybe it's a sort of a first step thing to become like a full-blown flesh streamer. I don't know. But let's hear what Ironmouse has to say. And by the way, again, just like with Bao, I don't necessarily have any problems with any VTuber that wants to take their brand that way. Because I won't necessarily think that you're a tourist because of it. If your content creation career, or if you're passions and career paths change, our ideas change, our outlooks on certain things change, and if you feel like stagnating and you want to do things different, right? That is beyond the scope of VTubing, because again, VTubing, a good part about VTubing is that it has a very low ceiling. But because it has a low ceiling, a lot of the people that already reached that will feel like they're stagnating, will feel bored, will feel like they aren't able to explore a lot of creative endeavors that they would want to do otherwise if they're a flesh streamer. So a lot of VTubers make the obvious push of wanting to be a flesh streamer. And again, there's nothing necessarily wrong with that. I don't think so, at least, because to me, understanding of the culture, being a true loser degenerate, and having a VTuber model, being an anime fan, blah, blah, blah. The culture part is what is my minimum requirement for me to consider you a VTuber. You know what I mean? That being said, a lot of traditionalists are going to not like this, because a lot of people are going to see this as people grifting on the culture and then leaving it like a spent fucking torch, like a fucking whore. Right? Like, used and abused, and then when they're no longer useful, fucking thrown out the shade to pursue something else. I see why a lot of people get mad because of that. But either way, let's look at Ironmouse. Oh shit, it's muted, sorry.
Just like randomly, like IRL face revealed, like like nothing, and I'm like, I saw it, and I was like, damn, good for her, bro. Also, she's been doing like a lot of like
oh, she's talking about
like IRL like workout stuff. That's pretty cool. She looks great, but I just saw she just randomly face revealed, and then I was like, man, what if I do that? What if I just say fuck it and just post a picture of myself? But then again, I'm like, would people even know it's me? Because there's so many people that like, there's so many pictures of quote unquote me that get posted that's not me.
5 hearts under one roof.
I want to be in a...
That happens a lot to like a lot of other VTubers too. I remember when Crony said something along those lines, yeah.
In one of those one day, put me in an FMV, bro!
Ironmouse grifting on the culture would be a bold claim through. I agree, yeah. If a person unironically claims that Ironmouse is grifting on the culture, that's like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, come on.
Oh, please. If you want to. I was just like, what if I just randomly just like posted my face reveal, just like, that's it. Do it from a random account?
I mean, if Ironmouse has never face revealed before, and again, I'm okay with face reveals. I think I'm okay with face reveals as long as it's not done like as a main part of your content. Otherwise, what's the point of your VTuber model? You know what I mean?
Jennifer Lopez using a voice. Ew. What? Excuse me? Listen, I think J-Lo is great and all, but me?
Plot twist. Turns out I'm an actually mouse.
I'm just not from the block. I can never be mi gente Latino. Mi gente Latina. Also, have you seen like, ow shit. Have you seen Have you seen her body? It's crazy. I wish I looked like that. But yeah,
Wow,
dude, there's
okay.
so many people. Like, I've seen so many pictures of like quote unquote me because people like always post like pictures saying that it's me and it's not me. And I'm just like, would people even believe that it's me at this point? Because I feel like people think that like they assume I look a certain
The
way.
title is clickbait. I mean, I guess she hasn't really explained her face reveal plan yet. If she does one, it seems like she's just thinking of doing it, or what she just in passing said that she wants to do it, but maybe won't proceed with it. Maybe I got clickbaited.
Face reveal, it's just see you. Voice acting
We'll,
as
we'll finish the
Mousy.
clip. We'll finish the clip.
What do you think I look like? What do you think I look like? A woman.
You're Latina, so you're brown.
A short stack. One apple tall. One apple tall. It's
One
true.
apple
It's true. How
minimum.
did you know? Connor in an Ironmouse wig. that's not accurate. Based on the testimony of your friends, cute. Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay. Okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy.
Okay, you know what? I got clickbaited. I have to change my title now. True. Fuck. I got clickbaited. I clickbaited, so I got clickbaited by I got clickbaited and I clickbaited in turn. So I have to amend for my mistake. I have to amend my mistakes or something. I changed it.
Okay, buddy.
Judging from the information you've given us over these last few years, it's women under 5 foot with giant boobs, feisty attitude, and air tank that lives on a nice and lovely tropical island. Ironmouse tehehehe.
Clickbaitception,
Hence
true.
Ironmouse tehehehe.
I like how you just said giant boobs. I like how you said giant boobs.
It doesn't matter what you look like because we will still love you no matter what.
My name's here. I have two.
LO.
Thank you,
I
Cesar
appreciate
Hernandez.
it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you very much. Maybe start with a hand cam. My hands! Oh yeah, you still want to see my hands, eh?
If the internet is to be believed, you look like a middle-aged man from India.
Base dude.
Well, it's a good thing not everything online is true. What if I look like a bug? What if I look like a young man from India? Yes, it's true. Young man. It's true.
True.
How did you know? Of course. We still
You
love
can
you even if
always
you
do
were
a
a
masked
bug.
face reveal. That way you don't totally dox yourself, but we can get a video of Buff carrying you around.
I'll show you a picture of my eyeball. You know what's crazy is that like people like, oh yeah, it's totally a man, it's totally this, it's totally that, it's like, and she's lying about everything, and they lie about everything. It's just like, brother, it's been
Yeah, she's complaining about normies. I feel like Ironmouse becoming a flesh streamer, now that I think about it, is actually going to be detrimental for her. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna have a dream situation, okay? Because even if she looks relatively attractive, if she's not hot enough, or she's not sexy enough, or she's not cute enough, people are gonna be hating her. Ironmouse already is being disliked by a lot of fucking tourists and by a lot of fucking normies. Because, you know, the same crowd who says that she's faking her voice is pedo bait. She's actually just unironically a fucking 30-year-old man or whatever, right? So, like, I can genuinely see that if she actually does become a flesh streamer, it would actually be harmful for her brand. Yeah.
90.
Of course, there's going to the VTubing industry is going to be fiercely defensive of her, but at the same time, you know, like, if she does, I'm not saying that she will, but if she does, that unironically is like a self-inflicted injury. Yeah. I think her solid fan base don't care. I mean, no. I agree. Her solid fan base will not care. Like her inner fan base won't care, and a lot of the people in the industry are going to defend her, are going to be fiercely defending her. It's the normies. Because like, what's the point? Okay, here's a question. If you're already a VTuber, what's the point of wanting to become a face streamer? I can think of 3 things. 1, it's to expand your content in a way that is limited by VTubing. 2, you want to attract people that are not VTuber fans, e.g. normies, or maybe fans of other industries. And 3, your interests just change. That second point, the fact that you are going to be attracting a lot of normies, is going to be detrimental for Ironmouse. Normies hate Ironmouse. They really do. They make fun of her all the time. Recently, her shit got hacked. fucking people were trying to call for her death and shit. For
Years.
BB no money.
Do you know how hard it is to keep up alive for 9 years? Do you know how...
True.
Do you know how hard it is to keep alive for 9 years?
Post a lineup, a bunch of stock photos, and one of you, but all with matching watermarks.
Wait, so I actually just got fucking clickbaited? There's like multiple clips, dude. I actually got clickbaited, and I clickbaited in turn because I believe the clickbait. It unironically is clickbait section. Clickbaitception. That's 1. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. I mean, this is more accurate. That's 5. That's 6. And then what was the video
Talking
that I
about serial
saw?
photos, did you see Bao?
That's 7 from garbage flavor over here. There's 7 fucking videos all literally saying the same fucking thing, including me. Sorry. Holy shit, they're actually farming her. Like, in a bad way, I would like to think. I mean, hey, I respect farming, but like, what the fuck, dude? Why Ironmouse won't do face reveal? Interesting. It's so Ironmouse unironically just had a fucking like an intrusive thought, like an idea, and she said it in passing, and then that got clipped into like 4-minute, 5-minute fucking videos. Oh my god, dude. I'm part of the problem, true. I actually hey, in my video, where is it? In my video talking about like the absolute state of VTubing, I did say I was part of the problem. You know? I'm self-aware. God damn. God fucking damn, dude. Hey, I have to apologize. I unironically have to fucking apologize. I got clickbaited. That's my only excuse. Not that it's a good excuse, but it is an excuse. Shondo calls out bald tourists. Is this in reference to what we
The
were
worst
talking
part
about?
about being bald is you have to shave your head every day. I don't think you're bald if you shave your head. You're a poser. If you have to shave your head or it'll grow back, you are not bald. You are a poser. You're
Alright.
LARPing as bald. You are a tourist. I think real, honest, bald people don't have to shave their heads. I think they're just bald. I remember having a gym teacher
Okay.
at my primary school. He had the shiniest skull. No matter the day, he would stand under the big lights, and his head was reflective. There was no way that he was shaving his head. That was the first time.
Is that actually true? Okay, look, chat, I'm gonna be real with you. In the Philippines, being bald is actually kinda rare. Most people here still have their hair on, even like 30 years later. Yeah, it's a bit thin, but it's not like what you see in how Americans do it, where like the very center of their hair has like a massive fucking hole or fucking whatever, right? Like we don't really have that. So, and even if there are bald people, it's not like a shiny reflection. You know what I mean?
I remember being like, wow, you can just be that bald? I feel like baldness is a spectrum, right? You have the level 1 balders who
Baldur's Gate.
are shaving their head because
Semi-calvo,
they
yeah.
fear their male pattern baldness. And then you have the level 10 balders who are
As a
shy.
bald person, I can tell this, you need to shave because you don't bald. True, yeah, exactly. You don't bald equally everywhere, and it makes you, it unironically makes you uglier. Because of it, yeah. Face reveal? Oh, hey, it's a JP streamer. Oh, by the way, just in case, like, look, okay? Just in case a lot of these fucking people in the traditional side of things say that, like, Western VTubers are ruining VTubing or fucking whatever. No, JP VTubers also do face reveals occasionally. JP VTubers also whore themselves out very occasionally. Not very occasionally, very often. So it's like a lot of the criticisms. Here's the thing, chat. A lot of the criticism that you can actually throw towards Western streamers apply towards JP VTubers as well. Oh, based, dude. This is my thing. Based. By the way, I've seen the titless version of this. I've seen the titless version of this by Blob CG. Blob CG is fucking the goat, bro. I wish bro made like more VTuber porn. I glaze him. Yeah. I saw that stream. It was an accident. How does this not? I can believe. Okay. Let's roll it back. I apologize. I thought this person was this VTuber. Yeah, like I actually thought that was an out or something. But okay, let's roll it back. They did not. This was an accidental face reveal. This is not like a VTuber. This is not a VTuber, a JP VTuber face revealing for the sake of it. Okay, but I feel like my criticisms still apply. My criticism earlier were a lot of JP VTubers. A lot of the criticisms Western VTubers face also apply to JP VTubers, especially the whoredom still applies. But either way, wow, how the fuck does a fuck up like this happen? How does that happen, bro? No, Death Doll are just nasty people. I don't know Death Doll. Who are these people? I'm too employed for this. Holy shit, I'm a tourist? Me too, man, me too. Thank you, Cesar Hernandez. Yeah. Poor girl. If it's unironically not like intentional, this is not a bit, holy shit, then fucked. He's a drama farmer on Twitter. I don't see his tweets, so maybe that's a good thing. God damn, yeah. Shit, dude. Shit. Sorry that happened to you, bro. Who are you? Aw. Oh, you're from Varium? Holy shit, dude. I'm so sorry that happened to you. When did that happen? When did this happen? Oh, literally fucking 8 hours ago. Fuck, dude. Fuck. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that happened to you. I mean, Ollie accidentally face revealed years ago because of a hand cam reflection. You're not wrong. It's just that this is a colossal technical fuck up. This is not your regular fuck up. You know what I mean? This is big. I hope she won't be forced to graduate. I don't think so. That was like a genuine mistake. I think she would be the one to want to graduate if in case things get bad for her. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Cesar Hernandez. I appreciate the glazing. Oh yeah, Billy, yeah. I don't think I'm gonna stream in Billy though. Unless, send me that Cinder link. Hey, dude. I'll send it to you. Hey, you know what? Just look up Blob CG. Blob CG makes excellent porn. Excellent. Like literally 4 out of 10. I wish the porn was a bit longer every time, and I wish there was more variety, but still excellent. Yeah. Wait, what is this? Explains how pregnancy works, educates the uneducated on how a rare condition can lead to a traumatic health complication affecting one of the sweetest people on the planet, receives hate, billions. Wait, I'm gonna look this up. I wanna know if it's true. I don't like how shiny it is, TBH. Yeah, I mean, I get why. I get why you don't, yeah. Because I have almost a similar thing where I don't want my porn to have too much sheen. Too much quality. Yeah. Alright, I want to see the hate. Okay, let's read it first. Let's read it first. For those who don't know, a corneal pregnancy is an extremely rare type of ectopic pregnancy where the fertilized egg implants right at the segment where the fallopian tube crosses. Oh shit! Okay, wow. Yeah, okay. Oh shit, dude. Let's take a shot together, Salu. I don't have alcohol right now. Maybe next stream when I have alcohol. Saiken, yeah, Saiken is cool. He's chill. He's an actual fucking doctor. He knows that. He actually knows what he's talking about. So this happened to fucking Miss Lala. Holy shit. Alright. I wanna see the fucking people being retarded about this just so we can laugh at them. People in the comments. Wait, I wanna see the angry people. I wanna see the people in the comments. I don't see people being hateful. Not now, at least. I actually don't see it. It actually might be overblown. Oh, okay. Let's copy link this. Let's look at this later. We'll read that later. Let's collect all these people. I usually do this chat for archiving purposes as well. Oh shit! Another one. Another one. Thank you. Thank you. The girl deleted her comment. Okay, so a lot of the people who actually sent hate for this is actually deleted their shit. I see. I see. While it is great that you are educating people, I think it might be best if you delete this in a day or two in order to prevent it from coming across her feed since you quote tweeted her. I do not know how she will want to handle this topic in the future. I'll take. Seeing a content creator use a traumatic event for clout is so disgusting, especially from a doctor. Do better. That's a massively L take. Holy fuck, dude. Hence me saying using this for event is for clout. Wait, so he's being shitposting, but here he's not saying he's shitposting. I don't get it. Angry people buried? Well, just look at all the comments. No. Hey, man. Screenshot the hate comments next time so we can laugh at them. Thank you.
Accurate face tracking.
Damn, I wonder who this VTuber is. This seems like a very popular cosplayer.
I will say
from
this
Austria.
Is pretty accurate face tracking. I feel like a flash stream. I can't believe this is too realistic. I look at myself and it feels like I'm a flash streamer. Like I have a camera, a webcam on.
What the fuck happened to this game, by the way? Did people just fucking have game? Sorry. Did people just fucking play this game for its face tracking software and then just dip it? I don't even remember the name of the game. She almost said flash streamer? Yeah, of course. Yeah, Inzoy. Yeah, what happened to Inzoy? Is Inzoy still alive? Damn. Real women don't exist? Oh, you're not wrong. These people are not real. They're psyops from the government to keep us sending money to them and they can get like taxed or something. Huh. Oh shit. Stop it. I'm scrolling on Twitter. I can't scroll on Twitter. Sneeko starts his own political party, United Muslims of America, UMA. Get this man away from Uma Musume, yo, churro. Churro, fucking Umers? Hey, dude. One? Wait, what do you mean one? Chat. Oh, chat, I don't know what you mean. Oh yeah, I saw the Kiara face tracking software thing. I saw the clip at least. That shit was fucking epic. It's cool that Hololive has that now. Yeah. It's cool that Hololive... Base, dude. Oh, by the way, I remember this. Sheena is so flat, dude. Unironically so fucking flat. I remember that. I remember that thing where like people were calling her she's flat, and then and it was supposed to be a joke, and people took it too seriously. Yeah, man. Yeah. Okay, I need to stop doom scrolling. Stop scrolling. Stop scrolling. I might see something that might get me banned. Oh, Cesar Hernandez again. Thank you so much, dude. For the super chat. Not the super chat, sorry. For the gifted. Womp womp. Yeah. Oh shit, Epic Noel. Yo, I love these JP fucking streamers, dude. Their cosplays are usually fucking fire. Alright, enough. 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 I think that'll be, let's see. Yeah, I wanted this stream to be short because again, I am gonna move next like in the next 3 days. So yeah, I'm gonna move in the next 3 days. I'm gonna be unavailable for a while. Chat, I have a video soon. Actually, for my Patreon supporters, you might have already seen it because I uploaded it on my Patreon membership for a bit, but then had to delete it because of a sponsor. The sponsor is not responding to me, so I have to wait. I should have uploaded a video like 2-3 days ago, but because I'm still waiting on a sponsor to respond to me, you guys have to wait a little bit, okay? You unironically just have to wait a little bit, guys. Yeah, thank you so much. Jux Jovi, hi. Fly high new. I appreciate that, yeah. Yeah. Tacos Burritos, I see you on the fucking kick. Yep. Nipo, hi. Yeah, thank you all for the super chats and the donos and the everything. I will direct you guys somewhere. I don't know where, but let's see. Who's raidable right now? Who is raidable right now? Nobody is raidable right now. Nobody from Mayan, at least. Alright then. I guess I'll end the stream here. A perfect 2-hour stream. Bye-bye, chat. Bye-bye! I'll see you guys maybe next week when I'm done packing and moving. Bye-bye! Bye-bye!